Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So today's video is super special for two reasons. One, this is my first vlog.
इतनी खुशी मुझे आज तक नहीं हुई।
And the second reason is that I'm standing at a place where I started my school journey from. So I studied at a school called as KG Children's School in Gwalior. This is where I studied in LKG and UKG. And this was where I spent my formative years. Super special place for me. So on this video, I'm going to give you a very brief tour of the school. A lot has changed over the years. And second, I'm going to speak on this video about three specific things that I'm doing next year, which are my core goals, core investment strategies. It has got nothing to do with the stock market and very little to do with the crypto market. So do listen to this video very carefully. You will get to learn a lot more about me, how I'm thinking about life, how I'm setting my goals, and it will be a super informal, super personal video. So let's get the video started. Okay, so let me give you a very quick school tour. This is my first vlog, so just ignore the shakiness of the camera.
भाई साहब ये किस लाइन में आ गए आप?
So these are buses and bunch of different things. This is the playground, right, where I used to spend a lot of time. This is the stage. I actually sang my first song here, which is a super special place for me. And you see this hut type of a thing. There you go inside, there are classrooms and bunch of different things. And this is where flag hoisting used to happen. Now let me also show you something really cool. You see these green things, right? So green boxes. Now if you actually come and see, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show this on camera, but it simply says, it has these beautiful quotations that are written. One quotation that is written here is, consume with care, we have only one planet and one environment. So any school that I subsequently attended always had these type of quotations and messages that were written. And I'm sure that even you would have witnessed that at your school. So tell me below in the comment section, what is the best message or best quotation you have read at your school. So for some reason, these quotations always stayed with me. So now let me go to the stage and I will set up my camera and I will start talking about the core of today's video. What are three specific investments and three really cool things that I'm doing in 2022. Okay, so the first key thing that I'm doing is that I'm writing a book. And the book is called as Curated Minimalism. Let me know what you think about the title. Should I change it? Should I keep it as Curated Minimalism? I'm a big believer and proponent of minimalism, but over time what I have seen is that people take the concept of minimalism to an extreme end, right? For example, they will try to cut out every single thing that is out there. So that is not the goal of life as per me. My understanding is that you must be more thoughtful in the way you spend and invest your money, and that is what the essence of the book is. That I'm going to discuss frameworks, strategies and systems that you can build in order to live a more productive, healthy life, which leads to more healthier investment outcomes for you. So that is the simple philosophy behind writing that book, and it is driven by the philosophy of curated minimalism. That is what I'm going to project in the book, and I'm going to invest a lot of time in terms of writing that book. So do let me know in the comment box if there are specific sections or specific things that I should be incorporating in the book. I would love to take your inputs on that book writing journey. Now, why am I super excited about this book? I'm excited about this book first and foremost because I have always considered myself to be an avid writer. I love writing stuff. Even before getting on YouTube, I was fairly active on Quora. I was fairly active on LinkedIn. So writing has always been my passion. My first core job was writing. I was literally a speechwriter. So from that perspective, I have always enjoyed writing, and publishing a book formally is an opportunity for me to call myself an author and realize that dream. So my first key investment in 2022 is literally investing my time in terms of realizing this dream. Now there is another key reason why I'm super excited about this book, because I have always wanted to sharpen my skill set in terms of writing. I truly believe that if you invest a lot of time in sharpening up your skills, it can give you infinite returns, right? For example, a lot of times we talk about that, hey, if I invest in cryptos or if I invest in stock markets, then it can give like 50% return, 100% return, 200% return, great. But if you invest your time in skills, you can get infinite returns. Also, a big shout out to sponsors of this video, which is Cuckoo FM. I have curated a list of books that I'm currently reading or listening to on Cuckoo FM, so you can go and check it out. Especially given the panic in the stock market, you should definitely read something like Psychology of Money that can help you process how investments work in the real world. That can be a good value add in terms of navigating volatility. You can learn more about the cash flow quadrant system from Robert Kiyosaki. All these are investments that you can make in terms of amplifying your learning. So definitely take up time in terms of improving your skill set, learning. I myself am doing that aggressively. I study almost every single day, 8 hours a day, and I do it in a very fun, engaging manner. Do let me know in case you would want me to make more vlogs on it. I'll be super happy to do it. Okay, so now let me take you to the nursery section. You see all these characters, animals, etc. So this is where I actually studied. The school has changed quite a bit, no doubt about that. But let me sit here and let me talk about my second point. So I'll sit in front of a cat. Okay. So the second key thing that I'm excited about in 2022 is that I'm going to invest in an NFT focused business. I'm actually going to make equity investments in some NFT oriented businesses. For people who are new to my channel, very quick explanation of what NFTs are. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. These are essentially digital entities which cannot be broken down further, right? So for example, let's say that there's this cat behind me. Now if I take a picture of it and I convert that into a digital art and I upload it on a blockchain network, that becomes a digital asset, because this picture, you cannot cut it in half. This is non-fungible, right? If you cut it in half, it loses value. So this becomes an NFT. Now your obvious question would be that, okay, hey Akshat, who is going to buy such pictures and why would people buy such pictures? Multiple reasons for the same. One is that if this picture, for example, had been owned by someone famous, for example, if Barack Obama decides one day that, hey, I'm getting bored, let me own some cool NFT which looks really fancy. So he might own it, right? So if these type of NFTs are owned by someone, that can become really popular and other subsequent people would want to buy that NFT. Now, one key advantage of NFT is that it gives a very clear proof of ownership. Entire world can see who is owning an NFT. So from that perspective, NFTs are very powerful because there is a very clear line of ownership on NFTs. Anyone on the blockchain can verify who the owner of a particular NFT is. So that gives you social bragging rights. So let us understand it via one more example. So for example, you might have heard that Jack Dorsey launched an NFT of the first tweet and it got sold for a lot of dollars, right? So if I own the Jack Dorsey's first tweet NFT and it can be established on the internet that, you know what, Akshat is the owner of the first tweet. Now that gives you massive social bragging rights, right? So that is the primary advantage of investing in NFT. There are multiple other reasons why people invest in NFTs. For example, there are certain use cases to an NFT. These days, creator economy is picking up and people can launch their own NFTs. For example, Amitabh Bachchan has launched his own NFT. Now, if there is a specification or a use case associated with Amitabh Bachchan's NFT that he says that, you know what, whoever owns my first 50 NFTs, they are going to have a private dinner with me. Now, people might pay a lot of money for such NFTs and creators get to monetize these NFTs and make money out of it. So this NFT economy is picking. According to some of the estimates, just in the last year itself, the NFT economy has grown by approximately 750%, which is insane, which is growing at an amazing pace. So due to these reasons, I am super bullish about the NFT space. I am myself experimenting with a few business ideas in the NFT space. I'll keep you all updated on that. Do learn about this space. A lot of jobs are coming up in this space. It makes a lot of sense for you to start learning about this industry. And whenever I invest in an NFT company, I'm going to let you know it is going to happen very, very soon. Okay, so the third thing that I'm super excited about and where I'll be spending a lot of my energy in 2022 is long form content creation. Now I'm going to do two things. One is that I'm going to start a podcast. It starts from 16th of this month, 16th of December. That is when the first episode, my first solo podcast episode will go live. So super excited about that. These are going to be in-depth discussions on crypto space, on investing space, on career space, and bunch of different topics. If there are specific topics that you would want me to cover, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be very happy to incorporate that. And the second key area is regarding blog writing. So I will try to curate those podcasts into a blog format also. Now the reason why I'm very excited in terms of spending my time on this area is because serious learning is not getting promoted on the internet. We are moving towards a world where companies are pushing out short form content, 1-minute video, swapping right, swapping left, just a graphic on Instagram, bunch of different things, right? So the creators are being nudged to create short form content, which is okay, which helps, no doubt about that, which improves the traction, which increases the retention of users. But the problem is that this is getting consumers into a psychology of just looking at convenience, right? So for example, many of us consume really short form content because it is convenient for us to watch, or it is convenient for us to swipe right, swipe left. The problem is that this just deteriorates our attention span, and now we have reached a point where students are competing in terms of their attention with goldfish, right? So our attention span has gone down so much that now we are competing with the attention span of goldfish. Not a very healthy sign for humanity. So I feel that if I am able to add value to even a fraction of serious learners, my job will be well done as a teacher. That is what I'm aiming towards. I know that traction for such content will be very less. I'm really banking on all of you to help us get more traction. Share it with your friends, encourage them to listen to long form content, because this is what promotes in-depth learning. This is what promotes good debate, good rational debate. This is what promotes a bunch of different things. Oh hey, by the way, there is a peacock. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. Just take a look at the peacock and I'll be back to my conversation. So yeah, 2022 is an exciting year for me. I'm trying to do something which truly matters to me. I'm trying to diligently follow my passion in terms of writing, creating long form content, adding true value. So yeah, in essence, 2022 will be an year where I will diligently follow my passion more prominently. This is a message to everyone who listens to my video. Please do figure out something that you are passionate about. Do try to go after it. Don't go by external measures, how many likes, comments, engagement that you are getting. Try to follow that you're truly passionate about, because I feel that that is the work that you can do your best, and that reflects in the quality of the work, and it automatically creates a community around you. So that is my message to you. I will try to create my podcast also on Kuku FM. I love their platform. They are very easy to listen to. I've been listening to them for close to a year now. Super impressed by their product. So do go check it out, and also let me know, how did you find this vlog? Would you want me to do more such vlogs? What are some of the vlogs that you would want me to do? And give me some commentary on the book. Thank you so much, and I will see you the next time.